Are you tired, truly exhausted, of watching our championship dreams seemingly unravel, piece by agonizing piece, with every passing day of free agency? Just when you thought the dust might settle, just when you hoped for a moment of calm, another seismic shift rocks the foundation of our beloved Boston Celtics. The exodus, it seems, is far from over, and the latest departure has left a gaping hole in the paint, a void that demands immediate decisive action. It feels like only yesterday we were celebrating a triumphant season, a team on the cusp of something truly special. Yet, the brutal reality of the NBA's financial landscape and the relentless churn of player movement continues to test the very core of our loyalty. Last week, the whispers turned to shouts as we watched Kristaps Porzingis and Jrue Holiday, two pivotal pieces, navigate the choppy waters of the trade market, ultimately finding new homes. And now, as the free agency frenzy ignites, another familiar face, a fan favorite whose grit and hustle endeared him to us all, has packed his bags. Luke Kornet, the towering presence who often provided crucial minutes and an unexpected spark, is no longer a Celtic. In the early hours of free agency, ESPN's Shams Charania dropped the bombshell. Kornet is heading to the San Antonio Spurs on a 4-year, $41 million deal. Let that sink in for a moment. For years, $41 million. For a team like Boston, already navigating a treacherous financial tightrope, that kind of offer was simply insurmountable. We were never in a position to even approach it, a stark reminder of the constraints that bind even the most ambitious franchises. While the memories of Kornet's contributions will undoubtedly linger, from his timely blocks to his surprising offensive bursts, sentimentality must now yield to strategy. The reality is stark. A significant void has been created in our big man rotation, and merely patching it up won't suffice for a team with championship aspirations. The immediate response was the signing of Luka Garza to a 2-year, $5.5 million deal. A quick move, yes? But one that feels more like a stopgap than a definitive solution. Garza brings a different skill set, certainly, but he doesn't fill the specific, critical need left by Kornet's departure, let alone the broader defensive and rebounding requirements of a true contender. This isn't about replacing a role player with another role player. This is about securing the defensive anchor, the rim protector, the foundational piece that can elevate our frontcourt from a point of vulnerability to a position of strength. And when you scan the landscape of available talent, one name, one incredibly compelling prospect, shines brighter than all the rest: Walker Kessler. The Utah Jazz center isn't just a target, he needs to be the target. He checks every single box on the Celtics' wish list, aligning perfectly with both our strategic needs and our financial realities. For next season, Kessler is on an incredibly team-friendly contract, making a mere $4.8 million. In today's NBA, where big man contracts often soar into the stratosphere, that figure is a goldmine. More importantly, the path to acquiring him appears surprisingly feasible. A package centered around Sam Hauser and an unprotected first-round pick could very well be enough to pry him away from Salt Lake City. Consider the players involved in Utah's front office: Danny Ainge and Austin Ainge. The familial ties, the shared history, the understanding of Boston's organizational philosophy. These factors cannot be overstated. They create a unique synergy that could smooth the wheels of a complex trade, making what might seem like a long shot for other teams genuine possibility for the Celtics. This isn't just speculation. It's a calculated assessment of the relationships and motivations at play. But let's talk about what Walker Kessler brings to the court. He's not just a promising young big. He has already established himself as one of the premier defensive anchors and rim protectors in the entire league. His shot-blocking instincts are elite, his defensive positioning is superb, and his ability to alter shots in the paint is precisely what the Celtics need to solidify their interior defense. Imagine the synergy: Kessler patrolling the paint, allowing our perimeter defenders to be even more aggressive, knowing they have a formidable last line of defense behind them. This isn't just an upgrade. It's a transformative addition that could reshape our defensive identity. The free agency market, especially for starting caliber centers, has been picked clean. The chances of finding a player of Kessler's caliber and fit through that avenue are virtually non-existent at this point. This leaves the trade market as the only viable route, and Kessler stands out as the singular obvious choice. Then there's the lingering question of Al Horford. What happens with our veteran leader, the heart and soul of our frontcourt, for so long? His future remains shrouded in uncertainty. If Horford were to return, a rotation featuring Horford, Kessler, and Garza would provide a formidable, versatile, and deep big-man core, more than enough to contend with the best in the league. It would offer a blend of veteran savvy, youthful athleticism, and defensive prowess that would make our paint a no-fly zone. However, if the unthinkable happens, if the Celtics fail to re-sign Horford as well, then the need to trade for Walker Kessler wouldn't just multiply, it would become an absolute, non-negotiable imperative. Without Horford, the big man rotation would be perilously thin, leaving us exposed against the league's elite frontcourts. Kessler would transition from being the ideal target to the indispensable lifeline, the one player who could single-handedly prevent a catastrophic collapse in our interior defense. The clock is ticking, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The constant departures, the financial constraints, the ever-present pressure to contend. It all boils down to this moment. The Celtics have an opportunity, a clear, actionable path, to not just replace what they've lost, but to significantly upgrade their roster and fortify their championship aspirations. Walker Kessler isn't just a name on a list. He's the missing piece, the defensive linchpin, the future of our frontcourt. The time for hesitation is over. It's time for the Celtics to make their move. What do you think, Celtics Nation? Is Walker Kessler the answer to our big man woes? Do you agree that this is the crucial move we need to make right now? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you felt the urgency and passion in this report, hit that like button to show your support for the channel and our relentless pursuit of championship glory.